Welcome to the Intersection Magazine podcast. This week we are in Nairobi, Kenya, and after quite an extensive process of attending East Africa Com and talking to people there, I talked to the founder, or at least the head of Celo Kenya, and he gave me some contacts of people that would be useful to talk to. So today we're really going to engage with the Celo ambassadors. These are the guys that are in charge of getting Celo's message out there in Kenya and, of course, across the continent. And I'm interested in an episode like this because I'm aware that there are other people, other organizations, other interests that may be thinking about joining the crypto space, whether that's stable coins or other alternative altcoins, that want to know what it's like to be in a setting like this. What does it mean to engage? What does it mean to have outreach? Who do you connect with? What products do you bring? What do you establish in your network? What hardware would you have to have? All those kinds of things. So we're going to give you perspectives from 3 Celo ambassadors. I'll give you their names in a moment. But we will hope that you'll enjoy this episode and probably engage with us as well as the ambassadors themselves. We'll get you their contacts once this session is done. So please engage with us, and thank you for listening. So as I said, I have 3 Celo ambassadors here, and they have 3 distinctive roles that they play at the Celo Foundation, Celo Kenya. I have Charles Mabwa, I have Ronald Analo, and I have Jordan Muthemba. So starting with you, Charles, what is the Celo Foundation? What do you guys actually do?
Okay, maybe I could start. Celo is a mobile-first EVM compatible platform that seeks to create more inclusive financial system that enables people around the world to access financial or digital assets.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that that's basically the description about Celo.
Okay.
So what I do at Celo, I lead community management.
Mm-hmm.
So for community management, that's basically planning and executing community events,
Mm-hmm.
like Twitter Spaces, Code Jams, Developer Office Hours, webinars, conferences.
Mm-hmm.
I maintain, or rather, I manage the Celo Kenya social media.
Okay.
That's Twitter, that's Telegram, that's Discord.
Mm-hmm.
What I do also, I onboard developers to the Celo platform,
Okay.
our Celo protocol.
Mm-hmm.
I also implement or come up with strategies that seek to push engagement or push or rather accelerate Celo's mission, which
Mm-hmm.
seeks to create conditions for prosperity for everyone in this side of sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
Aside from that, I also just build initiatives that will drive developer growth and push Celo adoption, or rather accelerate Celo adoption in Kenya.
Okay. Ronald, tell us about how you describe the Celo Foundation or your work, and then give us a brief description in terms of what your particular role is as an ambassador.
Awesome. First of all, what I think of Celo is, before anything else, just a community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of different people,
Mm-hmm.
guys who come together
Mm-hmm.
to innovate on the blockchain, to ensure that, we can get to reimagine money and create a new regenerative economy
Okay.
that creates the conditions for prosperity for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this community which brings together developers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Founders, entrepreneurs, enthusiasts, designers, to come together and think about, what can we do with this blockchain technology, and how can we ensure that we create better conditions for our communities, right, to make it more inclusive. Now, I think for my role, which is really, I find it particularly interesting, right, because at the heart, to ensure that we have mass adoption of Web3 technology in Africa and beyond, we need to think about beginning this journey at the grassroots level, right?
Okay.
And when we think about it closely, right, we have university students who are intellectually curious people, right, with the talent and the desire and ambition to learn new things and innovate on really cool ideas, right? So I think that my first job as a campus ambassador is to conduct, university outreach programs. And what this is all about is sort of like going to a university and being like, hey, there's this thing called the blockchain, and then there is us at Celo, and you can be part of this conversation, whether you are a person who's more inclined towards businesses, or you are a guy who likes to spend most of the time writing code and building cool things, or you're just like an enthusiast who's just like, okay, I like to propagate this conversation further and just see the kind of interesting conversations we can have about what it's like to innovate on the blockchain. The next thing is to partner, like engage in partnerships with computing departments, right, across the different universities. Because hey, again, like most of them use syllabus that's really old and outdated, that hasn't factored in advanced cryptography and how blockchain is going to be part of the fourth industrial revolution. So I can be a CS student, right, at the university with no exposure to cryptography or blockchain, and this partnership seeks to ensure that there is collaboration where we can help students try to work on research in the blockchain domain and just see the different use cases or applications that can be created. Well, the next thing is for these developers, they're usually in different communities that mushroomed from these universities, right? Talk about Google developer group circles across the different universities. So it's also partnering with these guys and being like, okay, hey, I understand that you guys have a particular tech stack that you're working on, whether it's cloud or Android for mobile, right? But like on top of that, we can have this new blockchain stack, and what does it look like to onboard a guy who's been working on Android to a new technology stack, such that they can ship Android applications that live on top of the blockchain, right? Yeah, and it's been quite interesting to partner with these guys and engage with conversations and just see our community growth. And finally, it's to at the end of the day, these developers have interesting ideas, right? The goal is to encourage them or inspire these developers to think about solving different problems in their circles, and then go a step further and come and join hackathons, right? And ensure that this idea that was just an MVP is fully formed into a product, right? Yeah, so I think that's describing my role briefly.
Okay, thank you very much. Jordan, what does Celo Foundation mean to you, and what are you doing uniquely as in your work?
Okay, thank you. So Celo is a really unique blockchain, and I think Charles has also mentioned about it being mobile first, and being mobile first means you are designing for the users, because apparently we do have a lot of users. I don't have a rough estimate of how many users we do have, mobile users. So this means that people who would want to be onboarded onto the blockchain can be easily be onboarded. Another thing which is really unique about Celo in terms of developer perspective is it's a proof of stake. That really means it doesn't really pollute the environment, makes it carbon negative. And As also Leonard has also kind of mentioned about it being for founders, doers, builders, and also it's basically more of community oriented blockchain. So.
Okay.
Then there is also the mobile mapping, the phone number mapping, which makes it even easy. So you still stay anonymous on the blockchain, but when you're doing the transaction with the different dApps, like Varora or any other application, there is the ability of it to do the phone mapping, which is easier, kind of easier. So this means that you don't have to double check your wallet address.
Yes.
So that is one of the unique thing about Celo, and there is a lot of things happening within the Celo ecosystem in terms of building, in terms of engagement, in terms of even university outreach. Yeah.
Okay.
So part of what I do as a developer at Celo, or a developer or a technical ambassador, is developing an extensive curriculum for blockchain and for blockchain related fields within the Celo ecosystem.
Okay.
So Leonard has mentioned that there is a very huge gap within the universities.
Okay.
That student or CS student, major, or even information tech student,
Yes.
they come out of the university without a knowledge. There is a lot of maybe, if I may, there is a lot of noise within the industry. So students coming from the university, they have learned C++, C, but when they get out there, they find that the ground is very different and very, very competitive.
Okay.
So what I do is to create a curriculum that can be able to onboard these developers, specifically learn the new technologies like Solidity, how to build smart contracts, so that we can be able to bridge the gap between the founders. So we also realize that the founders have a really they are the ones who build different ecosystems, and without founders, we don't really have jobs for the developers or the students. So if we can be able to train these developers and create kind of a turret pipeline, then we can be able to bridge the gap between innovation and founding and companies and such.
Okay.
So that is one of the major things that I do. Also training developers and such with the new technologies.
Okay.
The other one is more of lighting. So if I'm creating curriculum, I'm also lighting. I'm also creating tutorials. I'm writing about how to build on top of Celo.
Okay.
How can you get started? So how can you get started with the Celo tech stack?
Okay.
And one of the advantage about the Celo is it's EVM compatible. That means that if you already know how to build on top of Ethereum, it's gonna be easy for you also as a developer to also build on top of Celo.
Okay.
Yeah. Then more so as apart from that, we need to build a developers community.
Okay.
And building relationship with local organization and communities that could be benefit Celo in terms of adoption.
Okay.
Recently, we've been organizing a lot of events. We've been organizing hackathons.
Okay.
Last that was, I think, in January. Yeah. January we organized the hackathon, and one of the major thing was to be able to bring people who are innovating products that has purpose. And purpose is one of the key goals in Celo, building with purpose and building application that has purpose.
Okay.
Building for the user, not for the techies or for people who know what technology is, but you're building for the people. So
Okay.
that is one of the things in terms of event, in terms of that. Then the other thing that I really focus on is to activate ideas on how to spread the word about Celo by creating developer collabs to help engineers learn about Celo. We've been creating the better half of last year. We've been creating a lot of code jams to actually accelerate how developers get into onboarded into the blockchain space for Celo and how they can be able to build products. And so far I've seen the community growing and such. Yeah. Then we also host developer office hours. So this is a kind of a one-on-one meeting where you get to talk with developers, help them, build them, and encourage them. And if they have errors or issues with their application, they can be able to get fast speed up with their development. Yeah. So that is basically more. So workshops, webinars, and hackathons are majorly what we all I do, and it's more developer focused. So when Ronald goes out there to university or reaching for university, they are able now to know that once I'm done with my computer science program, I can be able now to join the code jams and the hackathons and so that I can be able to get in up to pace with the technologies within the real world. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, I suppose what I can do is just ask a few basic questions to each one of you, but of course each one of you is, whoever has the answer is free to answer. In terms of what you've seen at the universities, what skills would you recommend for someone to have if they are going to be able to engage with these new technologies or be part of this? They call it the fourth industrial revolution. What gaps are you seeing? Of course, you talked about how they're trained in computer science or information technology, but there are gaps. So what are these gaps? What technology should people be focusing on, or languages? You know how there's a time when people are learning HTML, then they went into like the Javas or whatever. Like, what languages should they be focusing on? Do you recommend?
Okay, I think I can take this one.
Yes.
For developers, I would really recommend to start small, start learning the basics, like you have mentioned. Learn the basics of computer programming, be familiar with how computers really work or how code communicates with the computer. Before now diving into Solidity. So once you understand the basics, you can be able now to start learning Solidity. And I would recommend for people who have done maybe something like C++ or C, they are really lucky because they know the fundamentals, the OOP, that is object-oriented programming. They are able to understand most of these concepts. This is for people who are joining, but for people who are familiar with the fundamentals, they can deep dive into Solidity and JavaScript, specifically for EVM compatible blockchain. Be able to follow developer roadmap. There is a lot of roadmaps that have been created for developers. So if you want to be a front-end major or be a front-end developer, you can be able to follow a developer-focused, a front-end developer-focused roadmap. So you run React, you run how to do web applications. Once you have done that, you can be able to see how do I connect or how do I onboard my users with tools like Celo React or Connect Wallet and such. Then if you want to be a backend developer, you can be able to follow a backend developer track. You learn how to build smart contracts, how to interact with the smart contract, how to build a scalable application, how to connect the two worlds, Web 2 and Web 3. If you are building a fully decentralized app, you learn how to be able to do that. If you want to be a full stack developer, there is also a roadmap for that.
Okay.
So once you learn the fundamentals and the basics of computer programming, if you want to be a developer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any other comments?
Just to add on what Jordan said,
Yes.
what we do for maybe our community, we don't really kind of discriminate anyone. If you don't really have knowledge, we kind of noted there's a gray area in knowledge or kind of education, kind of.
Okay.
So what we do, we organize code jams. Code jams are sort of like hackathons, but we do them per weekend. So hackathons do run for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But for our code jams, they do run for a day or two. That's Saturday and Sunday, where we have different cohorts, cohort 1, cohort 2, cohort 3. So cohort 1, those are beginners, but they don't really know. They're kind of great. They don't really know how to build an app or rather an app. So once you graduate from cohort 1, we take you to cohort 2. Where we introduce more advanced concepts. Then we have cohort 3 where we introduce fully advanced concepts. So we don't really discriminate. If we don't really have any knowledge about building an app,
yes.
We always encourage you to come to the community and we'll train you and push you to we'll train you with the fully acceptable skills, job market skills to put you out there. Yeah.
Okay, just for clarification, what is a DApp? For those who don't know.
Okay. Interesting. So how you can think about a DApp or a decentralized application?
Okay, decentralized application, yes.
Usually, an application has got this, has the backend side and the front end side, right? And then the front end connects to the backend, which is connected to a server somewhere, right? And the fact that this application lives in a specific server means that it is a centralized application, right? Okay. But on the other hand, like for a DApp or a decentralized application, we have the front end side, which is the user interface, and then the smart contract, which connects it which is connected to the user interface, right? And this smart contract is connected to a blockchain with different node participants or validators across different parts of the world. This means that no one has got really central control over this one application. So as a result of that, it is a decentralized application.
Excellent. Yeah. You also had a point to make before I interrupted you.
Awesome. So I think usually I even remember back my days in campus, and sometimes when you're trying to learn something new, it's overwhelming, right? So I figured joining hackathons were like the best thing ever, because you enter there and you know nothing, and then because you want to fit in, right, with the rest of the guys, and while you're making presentations, have got something to say, it pushes your brain to consume content like at a very fast pace. So as a result of this, like by the end of the hackathon period, you've learned maybe what would have taken you a year to learn in a week, right? So I'd tell guys to not be afraid and just jump into the deep end of participating in hackathon, regardless of whether you win or lose.
I think the other thing about hackathons that I noticed is because there's always a problem that you're presented with and you're asked to solve. And so it gives the students an opportunity to think in terms of what's the market going to demand of me out there. And so I'll make sure that I pass on your recommendations to the people that I will interact with. Finally, in terms of how do the different communities that exist online, because I'm sure at some point we will be able to access students or through the curriculum that may be not necessarily based in Kenya. How do they get in touch with each of you? Can you please give us your Twitter handles, your LinkedIn, and the rest of your socials?
Okay. When I started the curriculum, it was really interesting because at first I actually thought I was gonna be reaching out to local developer community, but I was surprised to find people from Nigeria, India, and also South Africa joining the curriculum or joining the webinars. So one of the best way is, like you've said, is through the social medias and such, and also the different developer communities in Discord. So on Discord, at least most of my links. LinkedIn, it's Jordan Muthemba. Jordan Muthemba. For Twitter, it's type_Jordan. For those who love code, GitHub, it's Jordan_type. Discord is also Jordan Citizen. I'm a citizen of Discord. Yeah. So that's how you can be able to find us. You can also follow the GitHub, that is Celo Kenya. There we have a really awesome curriculum and also projects that you can be able to follow. That is on fintech and Celo blockchain. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. For me, it's quite easy. So on my LinkedIn, I've attached my website where you can go and find me on Twitter, Instagram, any other place that you want. So on LinkedIn, I'm Ronald Nzioki. Just some nice looking guy there with a nice suit. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I can talk on a perspective of the community. So on Twitter, you can find us at Celo Kenya. Just search at Celo Kenya. On Telegram, you can also search us at Celo Kenya. Yeah, for myself, on LinkedIn, just search Mabwa Charles. Then on LinkedIn, I have a link tree. A link tree will direct you to every community that you manage, every Celo community in Kenya. So that's Telegram, that's Twitter, Discord, the main Celo Discord. Yeah, and on Twitter for myself, that's Mabwa Charles, and Discord, Mabwa Charles. Mabwa Charles every social. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. This was a very fruitful discussion. I personally engaged with the Celo community when they came to Kenya. So all the lead for Nairobi for Kenya was there, the lead for Uganda was there, the lead for Nigeria was there, as well as one technical member of the team. And I enjoyed a lot of the engagements that took place there, but of course it wasn't as personal as what we've had today. So thank you so much for taking your time to come here and to share what you're doing as Celo ambassadors. And thank you for the work that you're doing in the Kenyan ecosystem as a whole. Us guys in Uganda watch what happens in Kenya because you are part of the big four, Kenya, Egypt, South Africa, Nigeria. You guys have been raising quite a lot of money in terms of venture capital interest, and you're on top. And so we wanted to just make sure that we came and we learned as much as we could by talking to you. So thank you very much for taking your time to be here.
Awesome, we enjoyed.
Thank you so much.
So much fun.
All right. Okay.
Bye.